So Mrs. H Psychology, we're looking at AQA Psychology revision tips, exam skill tech tips, and here it's for paper 1, it's for the memory topic, and this particular question is on types of LTM, types of long-term memory. So the exam question here was a follow-on from a previous question. This is in a sample paper from AQA, and it says the same psychologist conducted an experiment with patient X where he was given the task of tracking a rotating disc every day for a week, and it was found that patient X's performance improved with practice, though he had no recollection of ever having done the task and could not remember the names of the psychologists who conducted the experiment. So the question, the specific question specific to this is, with reference to the experiment involving patient X, outline 2 types of LTM, 2 types of long-term memory. So 4 marks. Basically what we're going to do is we're going to name and define one type and then apply it very specifically to the STEM, or find the quote from the STEM. Okay, so as you know, we have 3 types of long-term memory. We have episodic, which is memory really for personal events, or otherwise known as autobiographical memory. I would use memory for personal events or autobiographical, one of those. Semantic, watch the spelling of that, it's semantic. Memory for facts and general knowledge, and you could also say the rules of language, but memory for facts, general knowledge is how we usually define it. Procedural, memory for motor skills is my recommendation. So you would need, for these marks, you need to name one and define it. It's no good just naming it, that won't get you the mark. Okay, and then you're going to quote from the STEM. Advice really is to pick out from the STEM. So episodic, if you've gone for that, we could say he had no recollection of ever having done the task, so no personal recollection of ever having done the task. If you chose semantic, he couldn't remember the names of the psychologists, that would be that little bit to quote. Or procedural, his performance improved on the disc, the rotating disc, over consecutive days, something like that. So his performance improved would be fine. So name and define and pick out something from the STEM to give you evidence, all right, from your answer. And that's how you get your 4 marks.